जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त
श्री
वृंद
चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We're reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 4, Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. So, we saw how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is narrating Madhavendra Puri's nectarian pastimes to his associates in Remuna while traveling from Shantipur to Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu had stopped at Remuna and there visiting the temple of Kirchor Gopinath. uh, Mahaprabhu, being ecstatic, uh, uh, is now, he narrated the pastimes of Madhavendra Puri to his associates. And then he also said, he told Nityananda Prabhu, can you think of anyone who is more fortunate than Madhavendra Puri in all the three worlds? The Supreme Lord came in front of him on the plea of giving him charity of a pot of milk. Personally, the Supreme Lord came. 3 times he came in the dream of this devotee, Madhavendra Puri, and instructed him, ordered him what he wanted. He appeared as the deity Gopal just so that he can accept services from Madhavendra Puri. And being pleased with Madhavendra Puri's devotion, through Madhavendra Puri, the Lord revealed himself to the whole world. And by accepting their services, now so many Annakud festivals were being performed, observed. So in this way, he is delivering the whole world by accepting their services. But he manifested because of Madhavendra Puri. In fact, Krishna personally appeared in the form of Gopal deity to be worshipped by Madhavendra Puri, to reveal the glory of Madhavendra Puri to the whole world. Then Krishna stole, the deity stole a pot of sweet rice for the sake of Madhavendra Puri, and then he became famous as the thief, sweet rice thief Gopinath, Kirchor Gopinath, like this. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was praising Madhavendra Puri, he was himself relishing the sweet love of Madhavendra Puri, the glory of Madhavendra Puri. Uh, let's see, what was the verse before that? Text 77, 177. Yeah. The Lord is very merciful. Acha. Another thing is, yes, the Lord told Madhavendra Puri to bring the sandalwood, and so along with sandalwood they sent camphor. And it was not easy to carry this sandalwood. It's a costly item. It's a commercial product. So because there were many Muslim rulers, it was not easy at all. It would have been very difficult for Madhavendra Puri to get past all these uh, kingdoms on the way to get to Braj with the sandalwood and camphor. There was even risk to Madhavendra Puri's life actually. So Gopal knew about all this. Therefore, Gopal instructed Madhavendra Puri to apply this sandalwood on Gopinath's body. And because there's no difference between Gopal and Gopinath's body, when the sandalwood is applied on Gopinath, Gopal's body would cool down like that. And when Madhavendra Puri actually applied this sandalwood, uh, he was overwhelmed with ecstatic love for the Lord by that service. So this shows the affection that the Lord has for his devotees. He is famous as Bhakta Vatsala. Bhakta Vatsala means one who is taking care of his devotees, who loves his devotees like a cow would love its calf, like that. Very, very affectionate. So out of affection, he didn't want his devotee to go through any difficulty for his service. So even though Madhavendra Puri didn't have to bring all the sandalwood to Braj, but by applying it on Gopinath, he got the same result as bringing it all the way to Gopal, because Gopal's body cooled down. Simply by applying on Gopinath, Gopal's body also cooled down, and Madhavendra Puri's endeavor became a success, even though he didn't have to physically bring it. This is the mercy of the Lord on his devotee. We read until that. The Lord is very merciful and attached to his devotees. So, when Gopinath was covered with sandalwood pulp, Madhavendra Puri's labor became ecstatic. Okay. So now the next verse. Purira prema parakashtha karaho vichar alaukika prema chitte lage chamatkar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to Nityananda Prabhu and other associates. Purira prema parakashtha. Parakashtha means the standard of intense love of Godhead. Purira prema parakashtha karaho vichar. Just contemplate on the standard of Madhavendra Puri's intense love of Godhead. Just contemplate. Purira prema parakashta karaho vichar. Alaukika prema chitte lage chamatkar. And by this you will come to the conclusion that such love is completely uncommon. Alaukika, it's not anything you can find in this loka, in this world. It's beyond this world, his love. And when you come to this conclusion, you will be amazed. You'll be amazed. Chitta pave chamatkar. So you'll become really amazed when you will realize what is the quality of love of Madhavendra Puri. Purira prema parakashta karaho vichar alaukika prema chitte lage chamatkar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed the standard of Madhavendra Puri's intense love before Nityananda Prabhu for judgment. All his loving activities are uncommon. Chaitanya, indeed, one is struck with wonder to hear of his activities. Madhavendra Puri's activities are uncommon. And if you really apply your mind to it, if you try to understand, you will be struck with wonder to hear of his activities. Purport, Srila Prabhupada. When the living entity feels spiritual separation from Krishna, Krishna Viraha, he has achieved the prime success of life. So nice. How do you know that you have achieved the success of your life? When you're actually feeling separation from Krishna. You're feeling separation from Krishna. Prema viraha. Out of love for Krishna, if you're feeling separation, then you can know that you have achieved the prime success of human life. When the living entity feels spiritual separation from Krishna, Krishna viraha, he has achieved the prime success of life. When one becomes disinterested in material things, he is simply experiencing the other side of attraction for material things. Yes, raga and dvesha. Raga means attraction, dvesha means hatred, right? So, attachment and detachment. You're detached from things, you don't care for things, or you're attached to things. Actually, they're two sides of the same coin. Our goal is not detachment from material things. We don't want attachment, we don't want detachment from material things. Our goal is attachment to Krishna, love of Godhead. In that process, while we are cultivating attachment to Krishna, detachment to material things comes as a side product. You don't even have to endeavor for it separately. All we have to focus on is devotional service to Krishna, how to please Krishna. Yesterday I was listening to a lecture by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says that what is the sign of that love? This is a scientific thing. This is actually said in, about the loving dealings between devotees. Dadati prati grihnati, bhungte bhoje, dadati prati grihnati, guhyam akhyati prichhati, bhungte bhojayate chaiva. These are the six Shadbir Priti Lakshanam. These are the six symptoms or expressions of Priti, love. So if you say, I love you, how do you express that love? Through these six activities. You offer some gifts, you bring some gifts for that person. You do something for that person, you do some service, offer some gifts. You prepare foodstuffs, you cook and feed them. And when they offer you something, accepting that is also a sign of love. When you love someone and if that loved person is giving you something, if you accept it, that is also a sign of or an expression of your love for the person. Accept it when they give you something. And also when they invite you for prasad, you accept it. When Krishna went to Hastinapur as a messenger, peace messenger, Duryodhan tried to bribe Krishna to get him on his side. He didn't love Krishna. He wanted to he was interested in Krishna's opulence. He was not interested in Krishna. He didn't have love for Krishna. Nevertheless, he knew Krishna was powerful, so he wanted to get him on his side. So he invited Krishna, he tried to give him gifts and all that. And then he said, you stay in the best palace we have in Hastinapur. I have arranged your stay in Dushasan's. So Dushasan's building or his home was the most opulent one, not even Duryodhan's. And then he said, I have arranged a feast for you. You'll come and take. And Duryodhan is known for his opulence and feasting. So you come and take at my house. Did Krishna accept? No. No. So when you refuse to accept, it means there is no love here. You understand? So when you actually accept another person's offering, it's actually a sign of love. And of course, when you invite someone and you feed them, that is also a sign of love. It's exchange of love. So Krishna says that, yes, there are only two circumstances when you would accept food from another person. One is when you're really hungry. You're hungry, so you just accept it. You're desperate. You're desperately hungry. You don't have any other means. And when some person is offering, you just eat it. And the second thing is you accept when there is love, when there is friendship, when there is love. Then when they call you out of love, you accept it. And when there is no love, if you're not accepting, means there is no love there. You see? So like that. So these are the, so similarly with Krishna also, how do we express our love to Krishna? So this is what Srila Prabhupada was saying. He's also a person. When you love Krishna, then you have to bring something to him. You have to do something for him. This, and even if you don't have love, then you engage in these six activities. What are the six activities? Offering gifts, accepting gifts. Offering food, inviting over for prasadam or offering some food, and when they give, you accept also. And also revealing your mind in confidence, expressing your feelings, your thoughts, your problems, whatever. Revealing your mind in confidence. This is also a sign of love. And when the other person is revealing his or her mind to you, listening to them is also a sign of love. Of course, there's a lot of discussion on this about revealing and speaking. Generally, revealing is done by those who are subordinates, and speaking is done by, anyway. But on a general basis, ex- opening your heart to the other person, right? This is also a sign of love. These are the six symptoms of love. So, uh, here in the purport, we are reading that when one becomes disinterested from material things, he is simply experiencing the other side of attraction for material things. So, we want to develop affection for Krishna. That is our goal. We want to. So, affection for Krishna is developed how? As we discussed just now, by these loving dealings. Even if you don't have love for Krishna, you want to develop love for Krishna, what should you do? You should engage in these six types of activities with Krishna. Bring some gifts to him, cook some preparations for him, speak your heart to him. This is the way to develop love. This is the way to develop love with anyone, actually. And it's no different with Krishna also. Same thing. Because it's very personal. Bhakti is very personal. But simply becoming detached from material things. I have attachment. So all we have to do is we do these things even in this world. We do it for maybe our boss or maybe for someone else. And it is not selfless, certainly. It's not really love, right? Of course, when you do these things, affection will come, but depends on your motivation. If you're doing with some motivation, then you won't get love. You'll get what you want from them. But it's just that the object has to be shifted from material personalities to Krishna. What we do, you do it for Krishna. And Krishna is so wonderful, he doesn't take everything away, he leaves behind. So then that can be offered to the person that you want to offer, whatever you want to offer. You want to give some gift to someone, you offer it to Krishna first. And then as Krishna's prasad, you offer that gift to someone. If someone gives you a gift, offer it to Krishna first. And then you accept it as Krishna's remnants. Nice, right? So that way you keep Krishna in the center of all relationships in this world also. And that way your love for Krishna is growing and you help the other person also. Because whatever they have offered, it's connected to Krishna. You're offering it to Krishna. So they also become benefited. When we take a fruit from a tree, a flower from a tree, and we offer it to Krishna, that tree is delivered from which you have taken that fruit or flower. So similarly, someone else is offering some gift to you, you offer it to Krishna, won't that person be benefited? They will be benefited. So, but here the point is simply being detached. Is that our goal? No, because the Gyanis, their idea is to be detached from this world. Now we are attached. We want to change this attachment to detachment. But actually, detachment is just the other side of the same coin. Attachment and detachment are like heads and tails on one coin. It's the same, it's two sides of the same coin. You're not going anywhere. You're just going around the same thing, attachment and detachment. That's not our goal. Simply being detached is not our goal. So I'll read that again. When the living entity feels spiritual separation from Krishna, he has achieved the prime success of success. So simply being detached from material things is not the goal. When you actually feel separation from Krishna, not detachment. Separation. You're intensely attached to Krishna, and when you feel spiritual separation from Krishna, that is the prime success of life. When one becomes disinterested in material things, he is simply experiencing the other side of attraction for material things. Raga dvesha vimuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavashyai vidhayatma prasadam adhigacchati. This is from Bhagavad Gita 254. So raga and dvesha are two sides of the same coin. You have to overcome both of them, right? Not that dvesha is good, being disinterested is actually good. No, that's not the goal. When one becomes disinterested in material things, he's simply experiencing the other side of attraction for material things. However, feeling separation from Krishna and engaging in the service of the Lord to fulfill his mission constitute the best example of love of Krishna. And of course, making offerings of food and gifts to Krishna, that is wonderful. But the highest gift that you can offer to Krishna is to do something to fulfill his mission. That's actually a very, he's a very confidential servant. There are formal and confidential associates. Formal means you have some affection, you give some gifts which you would like to offer, right? You want to give something, and whatever out of your taste, you will offer whatever you want to give, which is also accepted. But a more confidential servant would be who offers the Lord understanding what is very dear to him, what will actually, you know, I will do that which will be really helpful to him, which will be really pleasing to him, not just what is pleasing to me. I offer this because this is pleasing to me. I think this is good. That's okay. That's fine. But even better is to actually do something which is really, which will be very much appreciated by the Lord, which is going to very please him very much. So what is that? So what is the Lord's mission? The Lord is always feeling compassionate. We saw the other day in Bhagavatam when we were reading Atma Maya. Their Maya, one meaning of Maya is the Lord's compassion for all the souls in this world. He feels compassion for everyone. So he doesn't want to see them suffer. He doesn't want to see them suffer. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the last 18th chapter also, anyone who preaches this message of Krishna consciousness to the devotees, of Bhagavad Gita, to the devotees, that person is very dear to me. There's no one more dear than him to me. So one who becomes a confidential associate of the Lord, he will try to fulfill this mission of the Lord. He will take it as his life and soul. Like Srila Prabhupada. Right? Even at great personal risks, they will do something to fulfill the mission of the Lord. This is an expression of loving offering to the Lord. So here we are reading that feeling separation from Krishna. And while feeling separation from Krishna, what do? In spite of your suffering, feeling separation from Krishna, this is both suffering, but in that suffering is the highest ecstasy, which is inconceivable, but that's how the Lord is, and that's how bhakti is. It's inconceivable, right? So, feeling separation from Krishna and engaging in the service of the Lord to fulfill his mission constitute the best example of love of Krishna. Not that feeling that now I'm with Krishna, I'm feeling, no, feeling separation from Krishna. And in that separation, you're not trying to just go and unite with him so that you'll be happy. No. In that separation, you're trying to serve Krishna to fulfill his mission. This is the mood of our Goswamis. Srila Rupa Goswami. हे राधे ब्रज देवी के चललिते He Nanda Suno Kutaha. Where are you? Where are you? O Srimati Radharani. O Nanda Sutta. O son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna. Where are you? Right? Are you here on Govardhan Hill? Are you on the banks of river Yamuna? Are you on Vamsi? Where are you? And Kedar Mahavihva. What are they doing? Are they trying to jump off from Govardhan so that they'll go and unite with Krishna? Is that what they're trying to do? No. In that great separation, they're writing these literatures, scriptures. They gave us all the books that the Goswamis have given us. They have established temples, standards of deity worship for all the generations to come. They laid the foundation for the Krishna consciousness movement in that great separation. So, this is the highest expression of love of Krishna. What is the highest expression? Feeling separation from Krishna, and in that separation, engaging in the service of the Lord for what? Engaging in the service of the Lord simply to overcome your separation. Is that the mission? No. Engaging in the service of the Lord to fulfill His mission. So these are like, you're going higher and higher and higher. There's nothing wrong. Now you're feeling separation from Krishna. So therefore you just sit down somewhere and you just chant Krishna's name out of separation. That's excellent. That's not bad at all. That's wonderful. But even higher than that is uh, you, in that separation, you render service to Krishna to fulfill His mission. To fulfill His mission. This is the best example. In other words, nothing can be better than this. This is the topmost. Feeling separation from Krishna and engaging in the service of the Lord to fulfill His mission constitute the best example of love of Krishna. It doesn't mean others are not offering a flower, a fruit. This is not. It doesn't mean that these are not devotional service. These are certainly, but there are different grades. The topmost is this. First of all, what did Srila Prabhupada say? What is the prime success of life? Feeling separation from Krishna. Krishna Viraha is the prime success of life. And higher than, within that also there is hierarchy. So feeling separation, what are you doing in that separation? In that separation, you are engaging in the Lord's service to fulfill His mission. This is the highest example of love of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to point out this intense love of Krishna. How do we see this in Srila Madhavendra Puri's life? How much separation? So many times you see. The first time when Krishna appeared to him with the pot of milk. One second. The first time we saw that when Madhavendra Puri was brought this pot of milk by this beautiful boy. And by the way, what was Madhavendra Puri's level of bhakti? He's always in Krishna consciousness. He's unaware of external world. He didn't even know whether it was day or night. He was with Krishna all the time. And Krishna comes in front of him personally, talks to him, and he didn't recognize it's Krishna. This is by Krishna's Yogamaya. He didn't recognize. And in the night when Krishna came to him in the dream and revealed to him, when he woke up in the morning, he was in so much separation. My Lord has come to me and I didn't even recognize him. So much separation. But what did he do in that separation? Yes, he was like it is not something that we can imagine. That's why it is Premera Parakashta. It's transcend, it's beyond Alaukika. It's outside of this world. We don't have experience of what that love and what that separation is. So much separation. What did he do in that separation? Oh, the Lord gave me a job, a service to do. He put his own separation aside, and in that intense separation, he's now engaged in devotional service to fulfill the Lord's mission. Now, how do you know what's the Lord's mission? He personally told him, I want you to bring all these villagers to that place, bring some tools with you, choppers and spades, dig the place, and you bring me, unearth me. So even though he was feeling personally so much separation, the Lord came to me and I didn't recognize him. I didn't even receive him properly, not knowing. And day and night he's meditating on the Lord. That Lord appeared in front of him, and when he came, he didn't even recognize how much he must be feeling. But now there is service. Even in that separation, engaging in the service of the Lord for his pleasure, to fulfill his mission. This is the highest example of love, and we see this in Madhavendra Puri not once but again and again, again and again. When the Lord told him, I want Chandan, only you can go, immediately, you can imagine, the Lord Gopal, right, personally came to him, and here he is. Now he can spend the rest of his life worshipping Krishna, that Gopal deity standing in front of him, gazing at him. This is the Lord, he's personally there. He talked to me. He can just be there for the rest of his life. But the Lord said, I want you to get immediately. He arranged for some other pujaris to do this service for Gopal, and he left. So it's not about what is good for me. It's about what is the Lord's service. We may or may not be on this level, but we should be able to recognize this when it is present in a devotee. And we should see this is this type of attitude is the best example of bhakti, of love of God. Never mind what happens to me, how I feel, if I'm a loser or not. Is this going to please the Lord? Is this the Lord's mission? Then I'm going to do this. This type of attitude is actually the highest expression of love of God. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to point out this intense love of Krishna exhibited by Madhavendra Puri. All Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees later followed in the footsteps of Madhavendra Puri, serving the Lord without personal considerations. That is why Madhavendra Puri is called the root. He is the root of this bhakti in Madhurya Bhav. And then all the others following him, Ishwarapuri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, the Supreme Lord, and then all the other acharyas, they followed in the footsteps of Madhavendra Puri in this mode. Okay, so I think I will stop here. We covered only one verse, but it had a lot of discussion. So we started at 3:30 today, so I'm ending now.
So
Thank you all.
Mataji, I don't know what time is the actual time. I was thinking generally you come late, so I came late.
That's why I sent a message, Mataji. I'm sorry, I know it's my fault, but 3:30 I start my time. So 3:30 means the idea is I'll cover half an hour of class, but sometimes when I'm delayed, then please look for around this time, look for my message. And after I send the message, then I start the class. I will try to be on time, but sometimes it's
You're
beyond control.
already doing it in a very insane hour. I don't even.
So Mataji, you started at 3:30 today?
Yes, I just started at
Oh my
3:30.
God, I'm sitting in front of the in front of the laptop, and I was thinking, oh, Mataji will join by after 20.
Sorry, Mataji. Please look for my message. I only log in after I send the message. First, I send the message. As soon as I send the invitation for the meeting, as soon as I send, then I log in. That's how I do it. And because I'm trying to fit in, do arti at home, and then if possible, go to temple also, chant all 16 rounds, and then, like that. I'm trying to put everything in this time. So that is why. Otherwise, I start a little late, then it just goes until 4:30. Everything else is That's right, please.
How do you do it, Mataji? From by Madhavendra Puri's blessing, probably.
Yeah. Yes,
I hope so.
I was thinking the same thing.
Trying.
I cannot
Hare
finish chanting in the morning with the full rounds. So you can do all those things. My God.
This
Right.
is Mayapur, Mataji, Mahaprabhu's mercy. As long as I'm here, whatever I'm able to do.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji. Be blessed. Stay
Thank you.
blessed.
Thank you.